Some houses don't assert themselves through form. They reveal themselves through the sensations they leave in the body. Halo house is one of those architectures that can't be fully understood at first glance. It doesn't seek attention through excess or spectacular gestures. Instead, it captivates through silence, precision, and the way it transforms something simple, light, into the core of the living experience. Set within a dense urban context in Semarang, Indonesia, the design of this house begins with a very clear question. How can you create a space that feels intimate and protected, yet still luminous, without completely shutting the world out? The answer doesn't come from taller walls or opaque facades. It comes from a continuous gesture. Its design is organized around a ring, an architectural halo that wraps around the heart of the house. This element is not decorative. It defines the structure, organizes the spaces, and most importantly, controls the entry of light with precision and grace. As soon as you step inside, the feeling is immediate. The space is calm. There is no visual overload, no excess information. The architecture creates a quiet backdrop where everyday life can unfold naturally. The spaces are arranged in a fluid way, without rigid hierarchies. Living room, dining area, and kitchen connect as parts of one continuous environment, yet each area maintains its own identity through proportion, ceiling height, and its relationship with light. The inner courtyard plays a fundamental role. It is not just an empty space at the center of the house. It acts as a climatic, visual, and emotional regulator. It's where air circulates, where light is distributed, and where time becomes visible throughout the day. Instead of traditional windows scattered across the facade, the house works with indirect light. Natural light enters through upper and lateral openings, filtered, reflected, and softened. The result is an interior that never receives light aggressively. Brightness is always present, but almost never direct. It's a house that glows without glare. The house never tries to eliminate the outside. It filters it. Inside and outside don't collide abruptly. They approach each other carefully, creating smooth transitions, shadows, reflections, overlapping planes. You're never completely certain where the interior ends and the exterior begins, and that ambiguity is intentional. The halo that gives the house its name is present at all times, even when it isn't explicitly visible. It appears in the way light traces the spaces, in how planes seem to float, and in the continuous sense of shelter that accompanies every room. The use of charred wood goes beyond aesthetics. It serves a practical purpose. This traditional technique is highly resilient to tropical weather conditions and significantly reduces maintenance needs. In this way, the architecture engages not only visually, but also technically with the region's building culture. Material choices reinforce this restrained atmosphere. Light surfaces, subtle textures, and precise finishes help light spread evenly throughout the space. Nothing competes with the architecture. Everything works together so the environment can breathe. Circulation is not treated as a corridor, but as an experience. Walking through the house means noticing small shifts in scale, subtle variations of shadow, and changing frames that transform as you move. In the private areas, this logic gently reverses. Bedrooms and resting spaces are less exposed to the landscape, receiving more filtered light and controlled openings that preserve privacy without sacrificing a connection to nature. What makes Halo House even more unique is the way it responds to Semarang's tropical climate. Its design does not rely on heavy mechanical conditioning. On the contrary, it uses natural ventilation and shading as its main tools for comfort. The openings are not just holes in the wall. They are carefully positioned to take advantage of the prevailing wind directions. By combining voids at ground level with openings at the roof, the architecture creates a continuous airflow that moves through the house, constantly refreshing the interior and preventing heat from building up. This air circulation not only reduces the need for air conditioning, but also reinforces a sense of freshness and connection with the outdoors. It is as if the climate itself were a co-author of the project, shaping not only how the house is used, but how it feels to live in it. The sequence of openings, shadows, textures, and planes creates a rhythm that resonates with the daily rhythms of the people who live there. There are moments of intense light, instances of almost meditative dimness, and intermediate transitions that together form a calendar of sensations. These internal courtyards aren't just holes in the middle of the house. Each one acts as a microclimate, creating deep shade during the hottest hours of the day, pools of reflected light in the late afternoon, and turning circulation into something almost ritualistic, as if each passage between spaces were a new sensory experience. All of this makes Halo House a home that does not just look calm, it behaves like a calm environment. And this calm, more than any finish or formal gesture, is what truly defines the experience of living here. This house doesn't try to be iconic through form, it becomes memorable through atmosphere. Halo House shows that architecture doesn't need to shout to be powerful. Sometimes the strongest design is the one that organizes the invisible, light, air, silence, and turns it into quality of life. In the end, living here isn't about looking at architecture, it's about feeling it, constantly, even when you forget it's there.